Hey friends, it's Addie. Thanks for joining me for this version of the everyday yoga sequence that I've got on several videos, actually an entire playlist of everyday yoga on my channel. But we're going to play with it a little bit and not exactly stick to the sequence, maybe move a little more quickly. Where am I? I am at the top of the Buffalo Cabin. So I'm in Arkansas, Pettigrew, Arkansas, at the top of the Buffalo River and the Buffalo River National Forest area. Yesterday I went hiking to probably what is the most iconic Arkansas place, Hawksbill Crag, and it's actually 3 miles from this primitive cabin. And I'll try to tell a little bit more about the cabin and such as we practice, but I bet that you're ready to get started. So let's begin in Dandasana, our legs extended out in front of us. Walk around on the hips for a moment, maybe walk with the heels. Find yourself feeling grounded in this pose. We'll just let the arms fall naturally wherever they like. Close the eyes and begin to bring your awareness to the breath. Noticing its flow in and out of the nose. Allowing the breath to deepen. You've got nowhere else to be, nothing else to do but this yoga practice. That's what I told myself this morning when I was trying to build a fire to cook my breakfast. There is electric here, solar powered, but it wasn't working this morning. It needed to recharge. So I thought, well, what to do? No hot plate, no electric kettle. I guess I'll just build a fire. And I'm not that good at building fires. With your next exhale, if you'd like, crawl the hands forward and fold over the legs. Inhale, half lift. And then exhale, round the shoulders, drop the head. So I was trying to build a fire. I was out of most of my kindling, so I had to gather up little sticks and leaves and what have you. And I'm in a forest, so there's plenty of those things on the ground. And sometimes I wonder, how does a forest fire even get started? Because it took me a lighter and a lot of matches to finally get a fire started that would sustain. I want to say it took me about 30 minutes just for the fire. One more breath here. And walk the hands back. Bring yourself upright. Bend to the right leg. Take the left arm, sweep it around the right leg, and then the right. Give yourself, or give your knee a hug. Drawing the knee into the heart into the knee, and maybe the gaze floats over the right shoulder. Breathing here. Staying here if you wish, or as you inhale, send the right arm to the sky. Your gaze follows, and then exhale as you watch your fingers float to the earth behind the right hip, and twist. So yeah, 30 minutes. And then I still had to get my things together, cook my eggs. Fortunately, in the cabin, there was a kettle to use on a campfire. So I put a little water in it. Exhale, release. Let's let the right knee fall to the right. So we're coming into Janu Shirshasana. Not in the everyday sequence, but it follows neatly here. So stay upright for a few breaths or take the exhale and fold forward over the left leg. Inhale, half lift, and exhale, fold. Round to the shoulders, drop the head. So I like to have a special scrambled eggs or avocado in the morning. So I mixed some oil with my tomatoes and jalapeno, dropped it in the pan, and surprisingly, it began to bubble fairly quickly over the fire. I poured the water in that kettle and set it on the fire. Found a hot pad so that I wouldn't burn myself. And just set out to make breakfast over the fire. Cracked a couple of eggs. I think they took a little longer than they do on the stove. Inhale, walk the hands back. Bring yourself upright, and we'll help the left knee to fold up, right leg, or right knee to fold up, right leg extends. Let's bend the left knee. I think my brain was getting ahead of myself. Giving the left knee a hug, turning the chin over the left shoulder, knee into heart, heart into knee, and breathe. Well, anyway, eventually my breakfast was done, and it was quite delicious, sitting by the fire. Now, I didn't have the kind of coffee to make at camp, and so I was at home planning that, so I decided to bring some tea. It's an herbal tea and it tastes like coffee, but it doesn't have caffeine. So I brought that so I can make that in my cup. But I also brought some mate, which is a tea from Argentina that does have caffeine. It just doesn't taste like coffee. It has its own taste. Oh, forgot to intensify the twist. Take the left hand up with the inhale, plant it behind the hip with the exhale, and breathe. So, and you drink it out of a special cup that's made of wood with a special straw that has the filter so that you don't drink the leaves, the mata leaves, just the drink that you make when you pour the hot water over the leaves. So I had 2 beverages this morning sitting by the fire. Exhale, release the twist. Drop the left knee. And we'll come into that Janu Shirshasana on the opposite side. Staying upright or inhale, reach. And exhale, fold, draping the body over the right leg, halfway lift. And fold. Walk the hands back. And bring yourself upright. Help the left knee to fold. Legs extend straight. We can bounce those knees around a little. And then cross the ankles. Roll over them and come into your tabletop pose. Wrists drop under the shoulders. Knees under the hips. And we'll begin to move with cats and cows. So inhale, drop the belly. And exhale, round the spine, tucking the chin, tucking the tail. Continue to move and breathe in this way, finding flexion and extension for the spine. So this morning, as it took me a long time to make breakfast, to eat it, to sip my tea and my mate, it occurred to me, you have no place else to be and nothing else to do this morning. And I thought, how ironic that those are the words that floated through my head. I say that all the time when I'm teaching yoga, reminding people to be present on the mat. So I feel like that was all this morning a lesson in presence. Let's begin to evolve the movement. So maybe finding a circular movement, maybe side to side, moving the spine in all 6 directions. Moving and breathing. Being present right here with each breath. Let's take 2 more breaths. And then we come into stillness. We'll lower the body to the belly and extend the legs. So I like to come down on my forearms, walk my feet out, lower the hips and the belly, kind of through Sphinx. But then go ahead and lower the head, send the arms back, fingers pointing towards the toes. Maybe bring those toes together if that's okay with your body. And we're going to come into a locust pose, finding strength in our back body. So take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, root in through the hips. Lift your feet, your heart, your head. Pull the fingertips back, reaching back, rolling the shoulder blades down. And breathe. If you want to move into a little more intense version, interlace the fingers, roll the shoulders back, and pull the hands back. We're still lifting the heart, lifting the head, and lifting the feet. Lift as much of you as you can. Holding the pose, not the breath. Now, if you interlace the hands, let's go ahead and switch the interlace and continue the pose. One more breath. And exhale. Release everything gently to the mat. Let's take a little crocodile here. So stack the hands, wing out the elbows, and lower the head. Maybe open the feet out wide. That may feel good to you. The purpose of crocodile is to feel no more stress or pressure on one part of the body than another. So imagine that you're floating on a river and the buoyancy of the water carries you. No place else to be, nothing to do, just breathe. With your next exhale, we'll bring inhale, we'll bring the hands under the shoulders, lift the heart, coming through tabletop, or if you like hanging cobra, you can bring your toes together, knees apart, roll over your knees. My knees do not like that. But then from tabletop, we will go ahead and turn the toes under, lift the hips, coming into downward facing dog. Find some movement in your dog. Wiggle, pedal, stretch. Yes and no with the head. Saying no to your worries, your obligations for now. And say yes to being right here, right now with each breath. Because you've got nothing else to do and nowhere else to be. Let's bring that dog to stillness. Let the heels seek the earth. They might not find it. That's okay. Inhale, hips high. And exhale, draw the belly into the backbone. Bend the knees and look forward. And you're going to move to the top of the mat. I'm going to move to the center to kind of try to stay in the frame a little better. And take the feet out wide. Bend the knees. Ragdoll. Just hang here. Maybe you find opposite elbows. Maybe not. Maybe the toe or the fingers graze the mat. Helping with balance. Maybe the fingers slide under the feet, coming into a gorilla pose. A little more intense. Allowing the feet to press on the hands and draw the crown of the head towards the mat. If you've got opposite elbows, switch the cross of your arms. Finding opposite elbows. And release the hands. A little ragdoll rise, so come up slowly as you inhale. Roll the shoulders when they arrive. Head arrives last. Mountain pose. Roll around on the feet. Enjoy your mountain pose. Breathing in and out. If you've ever been to the top of a mountain or hung out on a crag overlooking a valley in Arkansas, bring that to mind. And if none of those things are in your experience, maybe think of a picture of a mountain that you've seen or a video. Bring that to mind. You got nowhere to be, nothing else to do. Just breathe. All around me, and if you looked at the video at the beginning, you see all the trees around me, all sorts of trees. Oaks, maple, trees I don't know. I'm not that good at trees, really. I could learn, couldn't I? Instead of just saying I'm not that good at it. But for now, that's the truth. Let's roll the weight onto the right foot and kickstand the left, coming into tree pose. Now make your roots any way you like. They could stay here. Your left foot could press into the shin as the shin presses into the left foot. Or maybe the left foot comes up to the thigh and you're pressing leg into foot, foot into leg, no matter where you go. Now once you feel rooted, grow your branches. Reach your arms to the sky. And let's use that imagery again. Imagine yourself in a forest with nothing to do, nowhere else to be. Just breathe. One more breath. And the palms come together. Exhale them through the heart. Left foot down. Mountain pose for a breath. Establishing that rootedness. And when you're ready, the right ankle kickstands on the left heel. Or excuse me, I said that wrong. The right heel kickstands on the left ankle. Create your roots so that foot can go anywhere you like. Right foot anywhere you like along the left leg. Leg into foot, foot into leg. Draw the energy up the center of the body As you draw the core to the center, thinking of the core as the entire torso. So not just those abs, but all the way around. Grow your branches when you're ready. Your mind takes you to the center of a forest where you have nothing else to do, nowhere else to be. Breathe. And hands come together, exhaling them to the heart, right foot down, mountain pose. From our mountain pose, inhale, reach to the sky, look up, extended mountain. And then exhale to fold. Gentle bend in the knees. Inhale to halfway lift, hands on the shins, flat spine. Exhale, fold. Heel, toe the feet out wide. And come back to that dangling pose. We're just here for a moment, so let's just keep the fingertips down. Now heels in, toes out. Lower the hips, coming into Malasana. So bringing the hands to the heart. Drawing the crown of the head tall. As you feel the hips reach for the earth, so feeling the pull of gravity on the hips. Open your heart. Let your collarbones smile as you press on the knees with the elbows. So it's not about opening the hips wider, it's about opening the heart. Two more breaths. Now we drop the hips. You can put your hands down or you can keep them up. Lift the feet coming into boat pose, any version of boat pose that you like. You can hold the heart, hands at the heart. You can drop the hands behind the hips and support your boat. You can extend the legs long, find a twist. Couple more breaths in boat pose. And then the last place we're going to go is Shavasana, lowering to the mat. So when you're ready, you'll lower the body, wiggle around, and find a place of rest. You can slow lower and use your core, or you can bring your feet down, use your hands, any way you like. Once your back body finds the mat, again, wiggle a little bit. Take any other poses maybe your body would like. But eventually, settle into stillness. Closing the eyes if you're comfortable. Reminding yourself, I've got nowhere else to be. I've got nothing to do. I'm just breathing. Allow the breath to deepen. Feeling it in the belly as it rises and falls. Send the breath to the toes. Let the toes begin to wiggle and stretch. Send the breath to the fingers. The fingers wiggle and stretch. Roll the wrists. Roll the ankles. Let your head rock from side to side. Your movements become larger, more awakening. Maybe you find that good morning stretch, or maybe the knees curl into the chest. Maybe it's a little of both. When you're ready, let that movement roll you to the side of the body. Doesn't matter which one, just pick one. The head rests on the bicep like a pillow. Give yourself gratitude for taking time in this place with these breaths with me. And when you're ready, help yourself to an upright seat. I thank you so much for practicing with me. It's been my honor. Until next time, see the light and be the light. Namaste.